Hello, my name is Liliana Soares and I will present the paper Designing Between Tradition and Innovation. The research question is, to what extent can the modus operandi of design, combining tradition, innovation, academia and business world, contribute to an effective improvement of old buildings like slaughterhouses? Concerning methodology, this is an ongoing research project and guided in different phases. The study was based on co-design, mixed qualitative and quantitative methods, interventionist and non-interventionist methodology. The paper presents the non-interventionist stage and was based on analyzing theoretical concepts, literature review, and the creation of case studies. In the future, the interventionist phase will reside on a pilot project of the redesign of the slaughterhouse of Viana do Castelo at the north of Portugal. This paper highlights that to design between tradition and innovation, it is important to comprise identity, value, and product life cycle. In a dialogue with Jean Baudrillard about the singularity of objects in architecture, Jean Nouvel raised the problem of architecture continuing into the 21st century linked to Vitruvius' formulas, ignoring or avoiding new difficulties that arose from the last century. The demographic increase, the exodus to cities or the expansion of cities, but also administrative inefficiency are understood by Jean Nouvel as new problems that architects were not prepared to face and whose response will essentially be based on urban planning. The problem of construction in historical centers, replete with traditional and aging buildings, is faced, for instance, by the transformation of factories into universities or museums and the conversion of movies theatre into hotels. In this process, it is fundamental to innovate, understanding the life cycle of the building, presenting solutions capable of transforming the building change, as Bruno Latour and Albena Yaneva states. A building is not a static object, but a moving project, and that even once it has been built, it ages. It is transformed by its users. In fact, the history of recent decades has seen cases of restoration of buildings or even entire neighborhoods where the installation of creative activities positive for the economy of an entire urban community. It means to analyze and to interpret old concepts and historical contents from the past, as Gadamer states. One case is the Chelsea slaughterhouse. In this presentation, we choose the case of Tortona area, Porta Genova in Milan, public slaughterhouse, which was one of the open doors in the 16th century halls of Milan. In the 19th century, the public slaughterhouse building was built in the current Piazza Sant'Agostino and was considered one of the most important in Europe. In 1933, the slaughterhouse was redesigning and filling new functions in existing spaces. In Milan, in 1967, for instance, Missoni staged their first show at the swimming pool that was built above the slaughterhouse. Today, and continuing along Via Tortona, we can see many other old industrial buildings, skillfully restored and with an international flavor, used during the famous Fiore Salone. Urban regeneration projects can also be a response to disused historical central areas. In Portugal, a case study that legitimized this action is the former industrial slaughterhouse of Campanhã in Oporto, that will be transformed into an area for the installations of companies, art galleries, museums, auditoriums, and spaces to host projects of social cohesion. The project, designed by the Japanese architect Kengo Kuma in partnership with the Portuguese atelier Roda, is expected to be inaugurated this year. The central square will receive a unique cover as evidenced by the image of the architectural project. This study aims to build a local network in the north of Portugal, linking the synergy of diverse fields. In academic terms, there are 2 design researchers and 3 architects researchers with a preview experience in this topic. Currently, the team is also involved in the design and the development of housing solutions for refugees. Another basis for the present study were the projects produced with a group of the undergraduate and the master's students. Specifically, the project Nematon in 2015, Alice na Viana das Maravilhas in 2016, or Halloween in 2021. All projects involved academic and business partners and were the result of a co-design practice. This study aims to demonstrate that the synergy from different areas of knowledge establish an occasion for sustainability and innovation. The old municipal slaughterhouse of Viana do Castelo in the north of Portugal was designed in the 1913 by the Portuguese architect António Adelino Magalhães Moutinho and the Spanish engineer Cortón Viqueira. The building was completed in 1926, the year of its inauguration. The old building is in the privileged zone of the city near the Ocean Beach area. And on the other hand, the land chosen between the sea and the mountains is close to the Viana do Castelo shipyards, created in 1944 and a reference in the international shipbuilding. On the other hand, its location reveals advantage in the relation to urban flows. In particular, the main facade gives direct access to the national road and the later elevation is directed through Vigo. This architectural building consists of a main building with a T shape with 2 floors and a series of auxiliary buildings around the ground level. The architectural complex consists of a central building and the north, south, and west wings. The central building was reserved for the slaughter, the preparation and the burning of animals, being surrounded by open spaces and other constructions whose access was made by iron gates located to the south. The construction is carried out in masonry with the application of autochthonous material, namely granite. The roof is inclined with a wooden structure that receives ceramic tile types marcilles. The decoration presents elements of the Art Nouveau period, maintaining in the main entrance the metallic structure that preserved it of the climaterical elements. The main facade repeats its formal structure at the end of the other 2 buildings' arms and is crowned by a little panel that shows the use to which it was intended to construction. Having this new philosophy in mind, the authors intend to present the purposes for redesigning the slaughterhouse of Viana do Castelo. The creation of a space to house and feed creative agents is an area of the city characterized by the presence of one of the schools of the building. Can be decisive in motivating and stimulating the creation of young companies in Viana do Castelo and in the region of the north of Portugal. This project, which recovers a building near a school of design, can serve as a stimulus and occasion to attract companies and other entities, creating new stakeholders that stimulate development and innovation. On the other hand, it is hoped to found judgments, incentives, and above all, conditions so that creative young people can continue to live on their own land, or turning this place into a pole of attraction, of creativity, competitive, and with a sense of future. Concerning proposals for design, we intend to build a local network relating different specialists from diverse fields. The project comprised two academic partners, a school of design and a research center, the city council, a production company, and artisans, which distinguish the manufacturing of the North region. To relate other fields and specialists present in the city to create a better and stronger system, to design forthcoming ideas and the prototyping of thoughts and concepts, to create a design process that combines tradition and innovation to redesign an old building which function no longer exists, presents a creative, experimental, and innovative methodology as it transfers knowledge and culture to society. Finally, to draw a cooperation system that may contribute to create new business and joint ventures, developing sustainability and competitiveness. Finally, I would like to thank the Research Center for Architecture, Urbanism and Design from Lisbon School of Architecture, Universidade de Lisboa in Portugal for the support. Thank you.